Buonasera, this is a meal which I should have cooked yesterday, but then Julie yesterday asked for pasta alla campagnola and it was delicious, and if you want to see how it's made, click up here. Today I'll be doing chicken, and if you are strapped for time and you just need something delicious and the family is going to love you forever, this is the right recipe. Beginning to end, about 45 minutes. So I've got some chicken drumsticks and I'll put them in a little bowl.
Or a big bowl.
Or a big bowl. A little olive oil, not a lot at this stage. Some oregano, quantities to taste. In this particular recipe I'm adding a little bit more than the usual. A couple of sprigs of rosemary, just picked from the garden, really fresh. And a little pepper. And I'll mix it with my hand, and while I do that, I'll tell you the rest of the ingredients. There are some potatoes in here, and I've peeled them and done quite chunky. And red pepper, green pepper, a little bit, maybe a third of a glass of a white wine. And the choice of peppers, by the way, entirely up to you. This is what I've got in the fridge, red and green today, the match with my apron.
It's very coordinated today.
But it could have been yellow, it could have been orange, it doesn't really matter. They all taste very similar anyway. I've got a saucepan on the go, and I'm going to add now a little bit more oil. And as soon as the oil gets nice and hot, I'll add my chicken. And to ensure that they brown throughout, I'll just start turning them immediately with my spatula. Within a couple of minutes, you'll see that you'll get some of this stuff attached to the bottom, which is great. And I'm going to pour in my wine. And I'm now using my spatula as a way to get the lovely fat that is at the bottom and release it with the juices of the chicken. And 2 minutes have gone since I put the wine, and all of the alcohol has evaporated, and that is a good time to add the rest of my ingredients. You don't have to be very elegant about this either, just throw them in. Give it a good mix so that everything gets covered in those lovely juices. I've left it on a high setting for about a minute, and I'm going to put the lid on now, and I'll turn it down on number 4 simmer, and I'll leave it to literally simmer on a low heat for about 30 to 35 minutes, and I'll be ready. But in 10-15 minutes I'll come and turn it so that it's brown all over, and should be ready. So I'll see you in about 40 minutes. And it's done. For the last 10 minutes, by the way, I have removed the lid, turned the temperature up a bit because I noticed there was a lot more water than I wanted, and I wanted to create a little bit of a cream, and it's worked a treat. So depending how much water there is in your potatoes, your pepper and your chicken, you will have to judge. But if you look, I've got a lovely little cream now, and without having to add any flour or doing anything clever. That is perfect. And I'm doing one portion. I'm trying to get creative because my thumbnails are not getting lots of clicks, so hopefully this will work a little bit better in future. We'll see. Just one final drop of olive oil, and I'll finish it off with a little sprinkle of fresh parsley. So cooking time, as I said, about 35 minutes, and it is absolutely wonderful. It looks wonderful and it smells delicious. And it tastes delicious as well. What is there not to be delicious? Okay, wonderful. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy if you make it. Arrivederci. Bye.